we'll be setting up here. It's going to be on our left side, Aura and Darrin versus Kick It. I don't know how you do Kick It Smooth. Kick It Smooth and Proximity. So Aura and his favorite player of all time, Darrin, aka RS, aka Darrin underscore, aka lowercase Darrin underscore, versus Kick It Smooth. He's the TO of the event, and Proximity. This is gonna be winners finals for the tournament. Best of 5. Darrin finding an amazing F smash to make that edge guard happen. And red team closes out with pretty minimal losses. We had about 3% and 24% respectively for each person. Aura is running it wild with some down smashes to cover big space. A lot of situations that red team is breaking down look like they're kind of like separating things into 1v1s while they're trying to push outwards from the stage collectively, which is probably good because Peach Marth is a really volatile team. Aura hates teaming with Marth, but he loves Darrin, so I imagine he makes a compromise for this one. Aura's making some like really safe defensive positions whenever Marth is around, like holding crouch cancel, looking for these down smashes, using light shields, like just hold just in case positions, because if you're obviously when you're in your light shield, you're not really gonna get poked and you're not really gonna get grabbed unless they're worried about Marth coming over and hitting them mid combo, right? Which is like their big worry. Peach is pretty much willing to roll back and give up space whenever Marth is near them, or use floats at the kind of higher away positions. A situation like that where Marth is like tilting the platform but Peach is trying to follow up is kind of why this is a scary team sometimes, because Peach really didn't want to have to take that up tilt and get lined up perfectly for Foxter and mess them up. Just to clarify, since we have a double Fox team here over on the green team, Kick It Smooth is the full-colored Fox, and Port 2 repping the BFAM tag, and Proximity is the lighter Fox, who I don't think was playing with a tag. Not 100% certain. Red team takes game 1. A little unsurprisingly, they're definitely the top seed of this tournament. Aura, number 2 in the state. Darrin, eternally HM, it feels like. Okay, he's never actually gotten an HM spot, but he's pretty well respected in that term. He has some ups and downs. He's like a little inconsistent sometimes, but he's definitely a good player. And Aura really, really believes in his ability, so. So we actually see, interestingly enough, Proximity switch to Falco for this match. Maybe trying to make something different happen. Maybe there's something they thought about for edge guards or something that they're thinking maybe will line up better. I've never seen Proximity Falco before, though, but it's been a long time since I've seen him. I talked about near the beginning of the stream that Proximity hasn't. He's kind of been absent for a little while. He's been gone. He's been not attending things very frequently, so him being here is a little uncommon. But I'm sure he's been playing still. Used to be a net play grinder. Might still be. I don't know. Might still be playing at other fests. I just don't know. It looks like KickItSmooth is really looking for he's really looking for the up smashes that are like a little greedy. It's easy to do when like both your opponents are high percentage to like try to go for that sort of thing. But like in the moment, neither of them were really at a kill percentage either. It was just gonna free Proximity from being in combo situations. Oh, that was really good by KickItSmooth as a save. Unfortunately, Darrin made it over there in time to get him out of the situation, and Aura ended up clutching the edge guard anyway. Another really interesting position right there. Darrin was like moving just slowly ahead, using Marth's amazing spacing tools, while Aura floated right behind just in case like an approach happened. If somebody had gotten in on Darrin, Aura can easily like float in, punish the hit, or even save Darrin if it's a really bad hit. That Falco down smash the proximity just did was really good to like separate them, lined up just perfectly to make that situation happen. A beautiful up throw from Darrin to line up something for Aura. Beautiful. Even with Marth as a teammate, Aura had no hesitation in knowing that holding the grab right there was really beneficial. We see another 2v1 situation against KickItSmooth, resulting in another scorecard point for red team. I'm noticing this funny theme where a lot of the other teams in BV give it like Lucid or KickItSmooth, Proximity, Coder. They're all green team players, which is really funny and kind of interesting to me. I feel so commonly people want red or blue, especially because green's kind of a weird doubles color. So they're going to go to Frozen Stadium. Starts off really, really strong position from Aura, but he doesn't get the edge guard there. Actually, KickItSmooth gets a nice angle that got him in. Not without taking 64% from the situation, though. Now he's in a dangerous spot for Darrin, but he gets in again. KickItSmooth's like recovery game has been pretty strong, actually, throughout this whole set. But it looks like he's really scared to approach sometimes while his team, like when his teammate is in front of him. And they gave up on that edge guard for Peach too. Green team closing out these Peach stocks could be really huge. That was another one, like just spacing it and like a falling up air, or even like taking the hit for Falco and maybe looking for an up smash. Meaning that trade might not have been the worst idea at this situation. But KickItSmooth was really respectful of the situation. Notably, KickItSmooth not psyched about getting down smashed 3 times there. Tanking a lot of percentage. There we go. I like that. Proximity is looking for a lot of platform drops, it seems like. They're a little bit like read-based. We saw a short hop dare there to maybe like catch if Peach was going to drop with an aerial option. But I don't think that situation is going to really reward Falco a whole lot. Ooh, a low recovery by Proximity is really safe because it allowed KickItSmooth to actually take that edge guard and like, come to help. Yeah, that's going to be a Falco stock on. That was really interesting how Aura just used his recovery float to also like have some coverage. He made sure to face outwards, so he could still maybe cover KickItSmooth's approach in from the ledge or from off stage. Yep, almost an identical situation there where he floated backwards to actually get out of trouble from another situation, but lined it up to make sure something else happened. Something really interesting that Outlet 7 had mentioned when we were at Evergreen Rising 6, and that's the set. Outlet 7 had actually mentioned a really interesting concept that was brought up by watching Bladewise play, where it is Bladewise never does just one thing with his float. He thinks about how he wants to use it in multiple ways when he starts it, and it looks like Aura also just has a really similar game plan. Like the first part of the float is pull back, get movement, and then the second part is I'm going to cover an option just in case I can, or if I need to, but not necessarily. That third game was very particular in showing that sort of situation come up, I think, where I think we saw a lot of it happen like that.